Hey, Mike here. Hello and happy Geek Week. Kira obviously couldn't be here today. She has been jettisoned into space because she was chosen as the last defender of Earth. So she's rushing out to meet a terrible and growing threat to humanity. So when she comes back, be sure to say thank you. In her stead, I have elected humbly to take her place and do her video for the day. So like I said, it's Geek Week here on YouTube, and that means it's pretty self-explanatory. Geeky things. Today is Super Wednesday, and so we're highlighting superpowers, superheroes, comics, all manner of that sector of geekdom. I was going to do a video on my channel for Super Wednesday concerning this area of geekiness, but maybe I won't have time to do that now, because Kira, not that I'm angry about it or anything, just if a video doesn't appear on my channel tonight, you know where to place the blame. So I'm going to try to keep this short and quiet, and also dark, because it's late. People are going to sleep, so I apologize if this seems a little bit quiet, but there's not a lot I can do about that. What I'd like to do today is present two superpowers, flight and teleportation, it being Super Wednesday, and argue my points in this argument of this clash of powers, because I feel like these are two powers that often go head-to-head. Sometimes it's flight and invisibility, but I feel that flight and teleportation are more suited to do a head-on sort of compare-contrast kind of thing, because they both have to do with travel. So I'm going to come right out of the gate and say that my vote will always go for teleportation, because flight is just more work. Like, okay, if I'm going to have a power that's going to help me get from point A to point B, I'm going to want it to be the easiest thing that I can do with the least amount of work. Like, I even hate driving. Sure, walking to school would be really hard and take a really long time, but driving is also annoying because it takes up time. And, like, I could do a lot of things in the time that it takes. I've often thought about having a self-driving car so that I could, like, read or play a game on the way, to mostly read, because I've got a lot of reading to do, mostly in my RSS reader. What is with those things? They get clogged up fast. Got a little bit off topic, sorry about that. Flight is like the classic superpowers. One of the first superpowers, Superman. Flight. Actually, originally, he could just, like, jump really high. Flight was developed later, but flight is still a classic original superpower. But it's not much of a superpower, is it? Especially nowadays. I mean, we have airplanes. They can do the same thing. Are they super? I don't think so. It's still work. It would be less work than we have to do with walking or biking or driving or any other kind of mode of transport that us mere mortal non-super people have available to us. But to them, they're super people. Flight is like the norm for them. It probably gets arduous after a while. You probably get sick of flying and start wishing that you had teleportation. With flight, like all of our other modes of transportation, there's still an ETA. There's still a time. It takes time to get to the place you're going. Teleportation, for the most part, in most depictions, is instantaneous. You're there. Bam. That's the solution for me. Is it maybe because it would allow me to be lazier and not have to think ahead of when I need to get ready for things? Sure, yeah, maybe, whatever. But that's not the point here. We're not analyzing my character. Okay? I recently came across in the most recent run of the Avengers comic a superhero who has the power of teleportation. Look at this. Look at that. Awesome guy opens this giant freaking awesome gate. He can take other people with him. You can really do people a service. You can do your friends a solid. Be like, hey, you late for school? Now you're not. Best friends. They owe you like food now. Also, it just looks really awesome. I forget his name, but it looks really awesome. I just got a text also. 2 texts. I'm sorry. So that's me. That's my opinion. That's kind of all I had to say, is that teleportation is better than flight. But I think honest, frank, serious discussion about the superpower hierarchy is important to our culture, to our world. Should super people emerge from their hiding because they already exist? I know, government, I know. I think the biggest thing to take away from this, though, is that in a pinch, I can still create a pretty fairly entertaining video at the last minute. You're welcome, Kira. Thank you for saving humanity, but you're welcome for making the video. Farewell, and enjoy Geek Week.